A retired mechanic in Tennessee, 74 years old, took a call about his new Medicare card. The woman was patient. She had his address right. She had his date of birth right. She knew he had been to a cardiologist that spring. She asked him to confirm his Medicare number so the replacement card could be mailed, and he read all 11 characters off the card in his wallet without a second of hesitation. Nothing happened to his bank account. Nothing happened for 4 months. Then the statements started arriving for equipment he never ordered. I worked bank fraud for 30 years, and the Medicare cons were the ones that made me angriest, because the victim usually never feels a thing. There is no dramatic moment where the money vanishes. Tonight I am going to show you why they want that number instead of your bank details, how they knew about your cardiologist, and the single word in that call that should have ended it. Start here, because everything else follows from it. A debit card number has a short life. You notice a charge, you call the bank, the card is dead within the hour and reissued within the week. Criminals know this. A stolen card is a perishable good. Your Medicare number does not expire, cannot easily be changed, and is attached to a payment system that will reimburse a claim without your knowing a claim was ever filed. That is the difference. With your number and a corrupt or fake supplier identity, someone can bill for a back brace, a knee brace, a wrist brace, diabetic testing supplies, genetic tests, or a piece of durable medical equipment you have never seen. Medicare pays the supplier. You are never asked. The first hint most people get is a summary notice they were not in the habit of reading. That is why the person on the phone is so calm. They are not trying to take anything from you today. They are trying to open an account in your name that pays out for years. This is the part that convinces people the call is real, so let me take the magic out of it. Some of it is public. Your age bracket, your address history, your phone number, and the fact that you own your home are sold legally by data brokers for pennies. Anyone can buy a list of homeowners over 65 in a given county. Some of it is stolen. Health systems, insurers, billing companies, and labs get breached constantly, and those files contain exactly the kind of detail that makes a stranger sound like an insider. Which providers you saw, roughly when, sometimes what for. And some of it is you. The caller asks a soft question, you answer, and 30 seconds later they repeat your own answer back as proof of legitimacy. I have listened to recordings where the victim supplied the detail and then cited that same detail as the reason they trusted the caller. That is not stupidity. That is a technique, and it is used on doctors and lawyers just as successfully as on anyone else. So when someone knows something true about you, that is not evidence they are legitimate. It is only evidence that information about you exists, which was already certain. It is always the same con wearing different clothes. The new card. Medicare is issuing new cards, plastic ones, chip cards, updated cards for the new year. Confirm your number so we can mail it. Medicare has not asked anyone to confirm a number to receive a card. When numbers changed nationally in 2018, the new cards were mailed automatically and no confirmation was required from anyone. The free brace or the free test. A knee brace at no cost to you. A genetic cancer screening kit. A DNA test that your plan fully covers. All you need to do is confirm your Medicare number and your doctor's name. Then a supplier bills for equipment that arrives or does not, and in the worst version, a real doctor's identity gets attached to a claim they never made. The refund. You have been overcharged and are owed money back. To process the refund, we need your Medicare number, and then your bank details so we can deposit it. Nobody in government has ever needed your bank login to send you money. The verification survey. A short survey about your health plan for quality purposes. It is friendly, it is low pressure, and it collects everything the other 3 versions ask for without ever sounding like a request. Different costumes. One goal every time. The number. Unlike a bank con, there is no single moment where money leaves. The damage is quieter and slower, and it is worth understanding because it changes what you should do. Once your number is out, it can be sold and resold. Fraudulent claims may not begin for months, precisely so the timing does not point back to the phone call. When they do begin, 3 things follow. Medicare may pay out thousands in your name. You may be denied a real piece of equipment later because the system already shows you received one. And in the worst cases, false diagnoses attached to those fraudulent claims end up in records that follow you. That last one is why I never treat this as a small crime. Somebody else's fiction gets written into your medical history. If you believe your number is out, there are real steps, and they work best early. Read every Medicare summary notice and every explanation of benefits, line by line, for services and dates you do not recognize. Report anything wrong to Medicare directly at the number printed on the back of your own card, and ask about the Senior Medicare Patrol in your state, which exists specifically for this. Keep your own written note of the date and time of the call. In many cases, a number can be changed when it has been compromised, but nobody will offer that to you. You have to ask. The first one is structural, and it is the whole lesson. Medicare does not call you to ask for your Medicare number. They issued the number. They already have it. Any inbound caller asking you to confirm, verify, read back, or provide that number is not from Medicare, no matter what shows on your caller ID, because caller ID can be set to any number a criminal chooses with software that costs nothing. The second is the word free. Free brace, free test, free kit. No cost to you. In 40 years of this system, unsolicited free medical equipment offered over the phone has been a marker of fraud almost without exception. Real care starts with your doctor, in your doctor's office, not with a stranger's phone call. When free arrives uninvited, someone is planning to bill somebody, and the somebody is Medicare, using you. The third is the direction of the conversation. Legitimate contact from Medicare arrives by mail and asks nothing of you urgently. A voice that needs an answer while you are on the line is running a clock, and the clock is there to keep you from calling your daughter. If you remember one line from tonight, make it this. Your Medicare number is not a form of identification. It is a payment method, and you should guard it exactly like the cash in your wallet. Give it to your doctor's office and to nobody who called you.